are still in the Cobra project, still selling the Cobra, and I regret saying that at least we haven't changed out the alternator. Alternator quit on us yesterday. So this basically covers everything, and this thing's got 160 compression on all the cylinders. So you're basically practically buying a brand new 1995 Cobra here. So we dropped the price to $8,900. Somebody better take this car off our hands or I'm going to start getting upset. New alternator going in today. So let's take a video right here. Let's move right in here. We took this bolt off right here. There it is right there. We're about to take this one off. And the wiring, it's pretty straightforward. And that right down there, can you get in there, Rick? That's the belt tensioner for the serpentine belt. Right there. So we pushed that over and got it out pretty easily. Be careful when you're taking these clips off. This clip, and then this one. After you remove these two bolts on it, there's a small bolt bracket behind here. Take that off. And then you've got your unit loose. And now we're going to take it off.
If you appreciate our efforts to educate, please send a donation to the cause via PayPal. Our PayPal email address is paypal@autobodymen.com. We want to say a special thank you to those of you who have already donated. We are very, very grateful.
Old alternator gets real snug in here, so you have to tap it back and forth. It gets wedged basically between these two parts. Big honking bolt for the bottom. Pushing the clips back in on the new alternator. Okay, so we've tightened. This is hand tight, and this bottom one's hand tight. We've reconnected these two connectors and this back part, and now what we're going to do is secure this bracket back here.
Please visit often or subscribe to our channel. We have other restoration projects for your viewing pleasure. Autobodymen.com.
Okay, so now that we got the alternator secured, we are putting the mass airflow back on. It was nice having it out of the way while we were working on it. Well, I'm going to say it like I always do, guys. Look how beautiful that looks. This is it. Everything's been replaced. This is all replaced. All this is replaced. New battery, new alternator, new spark plugs, new distributor rotor. What else can I say? Doesn't look beautiful. We're going to put the serpentine belt on, and then we're rolling with a we charged the battery last night because it got really low since the alternator wasn't working. So we don't put too much strain on the alt. And now we're going to get the belt on and take it out for a run and read the amperage. This should be good to go. Let me show you a little tip on how to do a serpentine belt without a crowbar. We put it on. It's on the belt tensioner down there. And it's on all of the pulleys now. And they're all lined up. So you make sure that your serpentine belt isn't up on an edge because it will make it near impossible to get it on. And then you have it off of your guide pulley, and you just push down on both sides, and bingo, serpentine belt's back on. Now we're ready to do a test run.
If you'd like to see the parts we have available, please visit our site, autobodymen.com, and click on Auto Parts from ABM.
The new radio that we put in actually ended up failing, so we went back and returned it and put a new one on. So we decided to reposition the microphone for the iPod iPhone wireless mic. And since there was already a drilled out hole in the cowling around the cluster, the gauges, we thought we'd put the mic in there rather than having it up on the post like it was before. And the wind was affecting it when the windows were down. Just thought it'd make it sound a lot better.
Visit us on eBay, username AutoBodyMen.
We took out the cowling, and there's the two screws again. Had all of this out. This was already on the cowling around it, which is a light for the security system. So we put the mic right here and just put a nice little hole in there. It's nice and snug. It's completely attached. And we're going to put it, plug it back into the back of this stereo, and you will be able to use your iPhone and touch and be able to answer your phone right while you're in the car, hands-free. It's pretty nice. It all works off of Bluetooth.
Please tell your car enthusiast friends to subscribe to our channel and follow our progress. We promise to make it as informative and entertaining as possible. We are in the process of finding the next project car.
So we had the cluster out because, well, I won't throw Ricky under the bus, but we had the cluster out because we accidentally, well, is it throwing on Ricky under the bus if I say he accidentally pulled the microphone and got it stuck underneath the dash? It's not bad. We all make mistakes. So
I took it back out.
But he got it back out, and there it is. So it only took 14 hours. No, just exaggerating. So what we did was, while we had the cluster out, we polished out the cluster just to clean up the plastic even more, make it nice. But we're getting a lot of responses since we dropped the price to $89, and now it's got a drop price and it's got a new alternator at the same time. So good for the person that buys the car, bad for us, but we always deliver a quality car. So now that the cluster's back in, make sure the wires can move, and they can. We're going to secure the cluster and then put on the fairing, and we'll be able to start the car up and see that alternator, that new alternator working. Okay, so now we're going to put the microphone for the radio and the car phone, and the wiring for this, tuck it in here, and get the fairing down in position, line it all up, and push it in. Good to go. These two screws go right in here and secure the fairing up. And it's a special tool, it's a little star tool. I don't know if that's focusing on there. It's actually very simple to take your cluster out. It's 2 screws, get the fairing off, 4 more screws, and then the 2 plugs. Make sure when you're taking the plugs off the cluster, you just have to pinch them in and pull. You don't have to pull them out. You know, you'll break them. Be careful with that. And then the last thing, which we're all familiar with because of the billet aftermarket light switches, it's got a little tiny metal clip in it right there, and it locks in when you push it in. When you're getting it out, you want to get a screwdriver inside here and pull it towards the outside when you're trying to pull this knob off. That's the locking mechanism on there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you want to get a screwdriver right in here and pull it this way, and then this knob comes off. It's a little tricky, and it's also a half moon shape, so it doesn't spin. And you line it up. Like that. I'm gonna edit half that out so you guys don't see me struggling with it. Or maybe I'll leave it in. We're getting casual here at Auto Body Men, so you guys can see the real deal, what we have to deal with putting these cars together. So the Cobra is together. We're gonna put the stereo back in here after we reattach the antenna and the microphone. Lock that in, start her up, look at that charging and that alternator, see a beautiful thing, and the car is good to go. And potentially we have it sold today. We'll find out if that's a real offer or not via PayPal. And if it is, it's going to be kind of boring, as all you'll see is a shipper come pick up the car, and I'll take it. We'll never meet the owner. Such is life. It's the way it goes. Looking at a Mach 1, a 72, and a 73 this evening. And if we do go out there, we'll get videos so you can see what we're looking at. Am I on? This is the way we do it, Auto Body Man. Brand new bulbs for the trunk and for the hood. Stereo is working, as you can hear. Alternator's going. The car is going bad. I love this Cobra. I swear, I gotta say, I'm not attached to it. I'm not attached to it. We're selling it. We're selling it. Everything must go at autobodyman.com. Don't forget it.
Look for our link in the description for the next in our series. If it's not there, come back soon. autobodymen.com.